Welcome back to another first impression, this time for the anime Kunon the Sorcerer Can See. Synopsis on any list. Kunon, a young man who cannot see, has the goal of creating new eyes with water magic. After just 5 months of learning sorcery, Kunon surpassed his own mentor and honed his talent as he tried to do a feat that's never been done before. A fantasy about a young man, a blind genius who opens up the world through curiosity and the pursuit for magic is about to begin. So we have a fantasy with Kunon, our main character, who is a young boy and he cannot see. And his goal is to recreate his eyes with water magic. At least that is an idea. Now we have, a bunch of comedy as well, which is not for me. This type of comedy I do not find that funny. Especially not used as much as here. And for me, a big problem is there is just too much that rubbed me the wrong way. The very first thing is that he's unable to move through his mansion without help at all. He has to be held the whole time, which I feel like should not be the case for someone who is living there and walked through these halls every day. Only explanation would be that he got cutted the whole time and never was encouraged to explore alone, because even if you don't really have vision, you in a familiar environment you are somewhat able to move around, especially in like a normal hallway. It's not like the hallway you're going to trip just because you're walking down a hallway. A little bit weird. Additionally, it's one of those OP stories again. I don't like these. He gets a teacher for magic. He gets the idea to do to recreate his eyes with water magic. Okay, fair enough. It's an interesting idea. I could see that happen. And in the next couple months, he just explodes and is super good at magic. Now he trains. That is fine. He is training, but he's super good at magic. He is able to do stuff that makes no sense, in my opinion. There was a scene, as example, where he can't see. So he can't really, apart from shapes, which you maybe can make out, he can't see color. Color, one of the concepts you probably would not really understand if you never were able to see. So we had, because he's a water mage, he can make water balls, and one of them was flowing over like a green apple, and bam, now he had an idea of green. He was like, oh, I can see green, or I can make out a difference here, which is like, would be fine. However, because of the nature of water, water has always color, because the colors, it's not like it's going into the green apple. It's just reflecting the green from the apple, which the ball is doing the whole time. It is always reflecting colors, but this time it's different for some reason, which I found is not a really good explanation. I would have much preferred in the training with the teacher to slowly but surely get in the direction of a color. And the teacher could, tell you, yeah, you change the color, good, in this way, whatever. Again, this is one of these. We have naturally school, and he's also super smart. He's also really good at noble etiquette. Because of the thing with the apple, where he sees a reflection, he can now change the color of his water balls to seemingly any color he wants. He also goes far beyond what he is being taught, and he's able to do whatever he wants, essentially, with the water balls, or with his water magic. He's even able to read books now. He still cannot see, and there's no braille. He just can trace the ink with his finger, and that is enough to make him read, even though at that point he didn't really know the alphabet, but I guess he learned really fast. And it feels too weird. Too sad that I don't really gel with the character too much. Don't really like many of the characters. The only one I somewhat enjoy is the maid. I like her. And it's just too quick. There was another part where he used water to stop the carriage from shaking, which I can see that this could work. However, how is he able to know that? How many carriages has he, been in to know that they shake as much? And how is he able to understand the fundamental physics of why it is shaking and how to prevent that? In my opinion, makes no real sense. And again, he just seems OP in the first 3 episodes. Learns really fast magic, learns really fast all the other stuff, is super smart, is somewhat charismatic, even if superficial as people call it. And it's not what I want in a show, especially in the first couple episodes. I want to see the growth a little bit, to see that there's a lot of effort behind where he's going to end up in. Because he's going to be OP at the end. They drop the hints, some Celestial Sorcerer title, and he's going to get that one, I'm pretty sure, at the end. He also does some other crazy stuff with his water magic is, it's not even only water magic. He's able to change the color, the temperature, the taste, the feel of the water ball. It's a lot. That is why it's just, I like my stories with a little bit more growth before we jump into the deep end. Now, AniList has it at 65% mean score, my anime list at 6.67 for the first 3 episodes, and I would say for me it's a 6 out of 10. It's meh. It's just too quick. The comedy doesn't work for me. Don't really like too many of the characters. They did not really grow on me. Your mileage may vary, especially because of the comedy. But for me, at the moment, it's meh.